Hello, bud. This is Todd G1 here. Today's video, we're back with another video today on our anime topic today. In this video, we're gonna talk about anime series Fairy Tail. I'm gonna do a couple of few videos of Fairy Tail. This one today, I'm gonna talk about a Fairy Tail video game, and that's what topic I'm gonna do today. Sorry. Um, so there have been a few. I think there's been a couple There's been a Fairy Tail game, but it only came for the PS4, which was kind of like it was treated like a RPG game, really, kind of in that similar aesthetic like the Final Fantasy games, kind of like way of doing it, which wasn't bad. Um, um, I feel like that's probably how maybe his games would go, but I'll actually like to actually see an actual like fighting game with with a Fairy Tail. So like when it comes to Fairy Tail, like what do you picture as a Fairy Tail game to be like? Do you picture it to be as a fighting game, kind of an action RPG, or maybe like an adventure game, kind of like action adventure game, kind of like how Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was? Because or I can definitely see Fairy Tail kind of being in that similar route, like the Naruto Storm games. Kind of like doing some things different with that. I think it'd be really kind of an interesting format. Um, I think one of the things when it comes to Fairy Tail is when it comes to its characters and for the games and stuff like that, and trying to get all their move sets and things that would go. I think if there was like a Fairy Tail fighting game, I would actually like to see it be kind of in that similar aspect, like I'm thinking the Naruto Storm like way of doing it, or yeah, I was thinking like Naruto Storm would be like a way of like doing it and stuff as a fighter game, because then you'd have all these different types of Fairy Tail characters you could not only play around with, but it would be really interesting to mess around with their abilities and stuff like that. But if you really want to mess around with their abilities, when you had Dragon Ball Z's Rage and Blast 2, you can customize your abilities from there, of what you wanted to use in your battles and stuff, and you have these, you know, other buttons you can hold and stuff to do your special moves and stuff on your opponents and stuff. Which I think would be kind of a unique way of doing it for a Fairy Tail game. Um, I think another thing I'd like to see Fairy Tail do is because now that you have um, quite a few different things with Fairy Tail, I think would be really interesting. Of course, though, I think going into like the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot route where you're kind of playing as Natsu and you go through and do all your missions and stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of an interesting way. But another way I think they would go about doing more of this, I can actually see them making one for both PlayStation and Xbox, and I could see them kind of going more towards the Final Fantasy route with it, which would not be the bad thing to do because in the game itself you are not only fighting, going on missions and getting paid for those, but you also have a alliance club that you hang out at with all your alliance friends that do the same things you're doing. I think it'd be kind of cool to socialize with other people, and maybe they can have a setting where you can create your own, Fairy Tail character, for example, and whatever type of abilities you want your character to have or what you want to base it on would be kind of a cool feature for a one Fairy Tail game. Um, I'm someone who likes Fairy Tail very well, and I think it's really cool that we can have a Fairy Tail game. And even though we've kind of had we had a Fairy Tail game for the PS4, but I think it'd be nice to have like a brand new Fairy Tail game to basically give it either a fighting game like Dragon Ball Z like style like game, or give it, or go to the Final Fantasy route with it, or give it the Kakarot treatment as well. There's that. Um, but I think it'd be really super awesome if we can have, a Fairy Tail game that's that's done right, and not just done right, but like kind of has its good character flaws, and does pretty well. Um, because I actually want a Fairy Tail game that's got not just good graphics, good controls, but I want a Fairy Tail game that's got good story, and not just story, but plenty of characters to go around and do with and stuff, and not just that. But I feel like maybe a open world like game would go well with a Fairy Tail game or something as well as something. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of a Fairy Tail game. Like, how would you guys picture a Fairy Tail game? Like, what would you like to see it be played as? Like a RPG, open world type, fighter game type. Um, Me personally, I don't really. I just like to see an actual Fairy Tail game get actually made. Like another one that actually made for both consoles and stuff. I think that actually be really good for Fairy Tail, and not just that, but it would definitely give Fairy Tail more content in their in their fandom and everything. But I know that Fairy Tail is not a favorite for a lot of people, but I think it would actually help the fandom a little bit. But um, if you guys like this video, hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe as always, and I'll see you next video, and goodbye.